You know those automation flowcharts? The ones that look like a tangled mess of wires? They're fragile, they're complicated, and honestly, they're a total nightmare to manage. But what if I told you that you could automate almost any digital task? I'm talking from finding a customer to creating and sending them a custom video, all with just a single, simple instruction. Well, today, we're diving into a brand new way of doing exactly that.
Yeah, just let that sink in for a minute. That's not a whole team of people plugging away for hours. That is one AI, one command running a whole marketing campaign from start to finish. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream anymore. This is happening right now.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How on earth do you get from a really complex goal to a finished result without manually connecting every single tiny dock? Well, the answer is a total game changer in how we get our apps to talk to each other. To really get what a revolution this is, we first have to look at the old way of doing things and remember exactly why it was so frustrating.
You know the drill with the old way. You had to painstakingly build these workflows, connecting every single app and every single action one by one. It was like building a house of cards. If one little thing changed, like an app updated, the whole thing just came crashing down. So rigid, so fragile. But the new way? It's a whole different ballgame. It's flexible because essential AI is calling the shots. You just give it one prompt, and it figures out how to get the job done.
So, what is this new model that makes it all possible? Let's take a look at how it builds a completely different and way smarter structure.
Okay, this is where it gets really cool. Forget about that fragile chain of dominoes. I want you to picture an AI, but think of it as an orchestra conductor. It doesn't play the violin or the trumpet itself, but it knows exactly when to cue the strings, when to bring in the brass. It directs every piece to create this perfect symphony of automation.
Now, this whole conductor thing sounds a bit like magic, right? Well, it's not. It's actually three brilliant pieces of technology working together in perfect harmony. So, what's the secret sauce? Come on, let's break it down.
First up is something called MCP, which stands for Meta Controller Protocol. This is basically the universal sheet music for our orchestra. It's a standard language, a kind of universal translator that lets the AI conductor talk to any application, and I mean any application, no matter who made it. This is what makes the whole performance possible.
All right, next we have Rube. Now, if MCP is the sheet music everyone can read, Rube is the orchestra itself. It's this massive library, this treasure chest with over 500 common apps. We're talking Gmail, TikTok, Twitter, you name it, all tuned up and ready to play. The AI doesn't have to learn how to connect to everything. Rube's already done the hard work.
And finally, we have the star of the show, the mastermind, the AI agent. This is the brain. This is our conductor. It uses a model, like one from OpenAI, to read your simple instruction in plain English. It understands your goal, it goes into the Rube library and picks the right tools, and then it uses MCP to tell them exactly what to do. It's the whole shebang.
Okay, theory is one thing, but enough talk. Let's see how this all plays out in the real world. We're going to walk through an actual example from the source material. So, here was the mission. Find a key contact at a company called Coronet B2B. Then, create a personalized video just for that person. And finally, track down their email and send it all over. Now, this is the kind of stuff that would normally take a person hours of boring manual work, right?
So here's what the AI conductor did, all on its own. First, it read the prompt and grabbed the Apollo tool to hunt down the contact's email. Check. Next, it pivoted to the Replicate tool and just whipped up a custom video on the spot. And for the grand finale, it drafted and fired off a personalized email with that video attached. 4 different steps, all done seamlessly.
But here is the really wild part. It wasn't perfect. The system actually hit a little snag. It couldn't find the video model it needed at first. But instead of just crashing, after a quick clarification from the user, it adapted. It found another way and got the job done. This shows it isn't just a dumb robot following orders, it's a genuine problem solver.
And the result? Boom. Success. The user confirmed it. The email landed right in Mitahan's inbox, with the custom video attached and ready to go. And just like that, mission accomplished. Okay, so we've got the AI conductor, we've got the app orchestra. So where do you fit into all of this? Well, it turns out your role might just be the most important one of all. This is the big takeaway, right here. The magic isn't just in the slick technology. It's in the instructions you provide. The quality of your initial prompt is literally the key that unlocks all this power. You know that old saying, garbage in, garbage out? Well, it has never been more true. So how do you write a great prompt? It's not just about barking a command. Think of it more like you're giving your AI a mission briefing. You have to be crystal clear about the final goal, you list out all the tools it's allowed to use, you set the rules of engagement, and, this is the big one, you have to give it permission to think for itself, to make its own decisions to solve problems, just like we saw in that example.
And once you get the hang of this skill, oh man, the potential is just insane. Imagine a solo entrepreneur automating their entire customer support system, or a research team that can gather and analyze data from dozens of places, all overnight. You're not just connecting apps anymore. You are literally conducting a symphony to perform almost any digital task you can dream up.
So that's the big picture here. This is a huge shift. The power is moving away from the programmer and over to the prompter, from writing lines of code to writing clear instructions. It's a fundamental change in how we work with technology. So I'll leave you with this one question. When you have the power to automate literally anything, what will you build?